Alright, we got that on film.
Hey all, JR here. We're at PU with Rob and Mr. Matt. We're going to be replacing the generator cable in the vehicle, which is inside of the housing unit on the truck. We're going to be using an aftermarket product by Rob Lau. So let's get this going.
Okay, so in here we've got our connector, our main Mullix connector that goes into the wire that goes into the alternator or generator. And this is a big fail point because it's actually vibrating inside this the engine housing. So that's what we're going to be replacing today. Okay, so this is the internal wire that goes from inside that shroud over to the alternator. And as you can see, this one is an old one, and you can see it's starting to wear in a couple spots. And we've also got it some dirt and some debris in the connectors, and this part here is actually broken off on both sides. And there's two little tabs that actually clip into the shrouding that actually hold this down. So when this breaks off, then it actually can vibrate loose and disconnect, and then obviously you lose your ability to keep your batteries charged. So this is the new one, and we'll fold it around the other way. As you can see, we protected it as a lot more. We're using this mesh coating here, and that mesh actually goes down through for each of the different cables. So we've got our main power wire, we've got our two coils, and then our starter wire. And so each one of these goes all the way down through and is protected, and then I've got a more powerful, heavier duty sheath over top of the whole thing. Everything is heat shrinked so that it'll all stay together, won't fray out, and provides much better protection. And then we should be able to start to wiggle this up. And it's just that easy. So now we have access to the alternator / generator, whichever you're calling it. We've got one plug in the back that connects to the alternator. So, and that's our black and blue wire. You can see his pulled right out of the connector. That's it. You know, these connectors, they just don't last very long. This is a 10 for the red wire, and you really do got to be careful with these. It looks like this one was really tightened down because you can actually spin the wire in the back of the generator and break it off of its connector in the inside. So you want to be really careful. This one's really tight, so I'm going to get a wrench and stick on the back side of that. It's two nuts that's holding it together. So we want to actually put a wrench on the back nut so we can put a little bit more torque on the front without causing the whole terminal to spin. All right, we got that on film.
Right. You can decide if you're going to edit that. Maybe you can start the video like with "This is why you disconnected," like, and then we'll get going.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So that's out. That was fun. New one is pretty straightforward. We got our plug and our two wires here, so it's just 4 wires total. I'm going to pull this back for now. So our blue wire's up top.
this one on, Matt?
Yeah.
That'll probably be the best view of this particular thing.
And then red wire goes here.
Come over a little farther, Matt. Yeah. This way. Yeah.
So my green wires here are a little messed up. This terminal block is damaged, so it's going to take a little bit more to get these out maybe than might normally, but and since we're replacing this, if we have to, we can just break these out. JR won't mind.
Ooh, yippee.
See how brittle that was?
Yeah.
Practically fell apart. JR, how could you run a truck like that?
Actually, pretty well.
Pretty well, yeah. That's been running a long time, that's for sure. Ooh, so that connector is messed up. So yeah, we're gonna have to we'll have to get a better connector for that one. And it pulls right out. Just like that. We're gonna go ahead and just pop these wires all back in. We got our, make sure we get our connector in the right way. So this is laying in the top. Well, you know that is the two ridges here. They go up towards the top so that it can connect in. So a red wire goes in and clips in. So this is the tab that's going to hold it in place. So that's going to go in, and if you look down in there, you'll see it feeds right in to a groove and will lock right in. So that's locked in. Okay, our yellow wire goes in next to that. Want to make sure that the tab is up, and that's going to feed in, and that clips in. And then we've got a green wire. So it doesn't matter which green wire we used. We're going to use this the one that's right here for this top one. And I didn't hear that clip, but that is locked in, so that's good. And then our other green wire is right underneath this one, and then we've got our black wire is in the center, and that's going to clip in. Nice click out of that one. And then finally our blue wire on this side. There we go. Then our green wire is coming over from, the other green wire is coming over from the other side. This one doesn't actually have a clip on it, so we're gonna have to replace this one too. It doesn't have a little tab on it that will hold it in place. So this one wasn't put in properly either. And this is a great time to replace this and make sure it's all going to work fine. So we're going to cut this one off, and I'll have to go grab another connector. See that? Nice connector. See this tab is now in there. So now we got a great tab to just put in, and they're all locked in there. Everything's nice and tight. So this will slide on. Now these are going to connect in on both sides. So might take a little bit to get some of them lined up, but they should all line up and go right in. So you can do a little bit of pressure on these, but I wouldn't do too much. These are plastic, so they will kind of break. I think we're in good enough. All right, so then we just need to drop our metal bracket to lock it in, and once we get the bracket in, we'll put the shroud back on and put the connector or the choke spring back on, and that'll do us. So we're almost there. All right, go for it then.